Taking the first one out. Still cooking. I'm ready to eat that thing. Fish and chips. I wasn't allowed to eat it because I was raised vegetarian. I used to have like seitan and chips, which is just like the worst thing ever in the history of anything. We're using Yukon Golds because there's less starch in this potato. It will allow it to get a little more crispy and not brown as much. The sugars are not gonna oxidize. So with the potato, you wanna get like a flat end. It'll help you to manage it better. We're going to put this in the cold oil. Cook it for maybe about a good 7 or 8 minutes. So as it's coming up to temp, it's technically blanching it. Then you let it cool a little bit, and then you'll return it to the oil, and then it'll get crispy, like a twice cooked potato. A beer batter, it's really just a batter where the liquid is actually a beer. It promotes the color and also flavor, sweetness, and I usually add a little curry to it. Curry gives it color and flavor. For me, fish and chips, when I think of it, there's a little bit of curry on there. And I like to sift everything to make it more uniformed, sift it all together. For me, a good batter has to do with, is it light, crispy, crunchy, flavorful, even the color. And then salt, cayenne, and then the curry. And then we're gonna be using a lager from Transmitted Brewery. I'm not a beer drinker for real, but I love this beer. Like this beer, it's really crispy, fresh. Any beer works. The color, look at that color, right? That's gonna be amazing. Oh, what am I doing? Look at the color of that. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna strain the batter just to make sure that there aren't any lumps. The consistency is that you want it to like hug the whisk a little bit. Hug, then let go. I'm gonna cover and refrigerate. For fish and chips, we will use cod. I mean, you can use any fish for the fish and chips, but we do bacalao, or we call it codfish or salted cod in the islands. Like, that's our thing. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. First, we're going to pat it dry. It helps the batter to adhere better to the fish. So this is about 1.5 pounds. Really and truly, you just need to get like even strips just to have them cook evenly, right? There's nothing sadder than when I bite into it and the batter is more flavorful than the fish. I want to taste the seasoning all the way through. And then so we do some black pepper here. The cayenne. You have the dry hand and the wet hand for me. With the dry hand, you can kind of gauge how much you're putting. Usually if your hand is wet, then you have the seasoning adhering to your fingers. You can't really tell how much you're really putting on the fish. And we're gonna check on those fries. You see how they're getting this color? This is the color we want, right? These are chips. The reason why they're chips, they're like kind of like, not a lot of thought goes into the whole cutting of them. You know, if they're fries, there's a lot more care, I guess. You can't call a crinkly fry a chip, right? And we're almost there. Yeah, I think they're ready to go, because then we're gonna bring them back up to temp again. And we're not gonna season them now, because we're gonna put them back in just to bring them up to temp once we're finished frying of the fish. You can even go a little dark if you wanted to, but we're going for this color. They're still a little soft, but they're gonna crisp up enough for you. So usually with fish and chips, there's like a lemon wedge. But for me, I love lemon sauce. It's just my go-to. So we're going to do about 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. This will just be drizzled on the fried fish at the end. It is not one of those things that you can have on its own. I think it pours. See, I'm not used to the fancy stuff like this. Look at that. And then the sugar. And then nutmeg. Usually I use mace. It's like a membrane. It's a red membrane that's outside of the nutmeg, right? I switched to nutmeg because it's more accessible. Basically, we're looking for this to reduce by half. That's when it's done. Right now, the aroma is absolutely amazing. I wish you can smell it. You don't need to go any further. That's it. And then we can leave it open and put it in the fridge again. It'll cool down. This is a vegan mayo that has totally taken over my life. I use some silken tofu. Usually someone would add like some creme fraiche or something. I don't do dairy like that. So tofu, it's the same type of texture. It's gonna give some body to this thing. For me, what makes it good has to do with a little bit of texture, richness from the mayo, a balance of acidity, some kind of sweetness, and also the juice from the capers. It's really good. So I use it as well. And then I kind of smash them. So capers kind of gives you the same type of something pickled, something a little briny. You can put as much or as little as you want, right? Some lemon, salt, and some pepper. I think we're there. So all the flavors are gonna melt together. We wanna get up to about 350-ish. If it gets too hot, then your batter will just be blown off of the fish, right? And it'll end up looking like it's caught in the wind somewhere. Put it in. You just wanna coat it, really. The beer batter, of course, it's more airy because of the carbonation of the beer. It should cook quicker that way. It leaves the meat of the fish still tender and juicy. So this is the same oil from the fries, from the chips, actually. And you can also do shallow frying, which means you can do, half of this amount of oil, and you can do about 3.5 to 4 minutes each side. Don't crowd the pan, of course, or they will stick together. Those look good. There's that carryover cooking, right? So once you take it out, even when it's resting, the temperature still goes up. Taking the first one out. Still cooking. I'm ready to eat that thing. This is what you use when you're baking a cake to see if it's done. You know how you stick the fork in or something? Cake tester is like less invasive. Stick it into the protein, and then you feel if it's warm, then it's ready to go. Looks really good. Let's take it off. We need to get this oil up to about 360 again, because we're gonna flash them in here to get them a little crisper. And so you can have hot fish, hot fries, all from the same pan. Yeah, so now, they're ready. Traditionally, you only put salt on there. And again, I got in trouble. Chef Rawlston in culinary school, he said to me, "Who put black pepper on the fries?" I mean, it was like class stop, music stop. He was pissed. Salt. Some salt on the fish. We have our tartar sauce. Put the fries first. The chips first. I'm happy with these. And then this is the sauce, right? That's it. That's our fish and chips there. Of course, I went for the fish first. Yeah. I love that. The flavor of the curry, the texture of the fish is perfectly cooked. And just something, a little hint of like, when you taste like, what is that, right? I call that a little give a damn. Like you just went the extra mile, right? The fries, pretty good. It's so tender. Let me try it with this sauce here. It's all about seasoning in layers, right? You season the fish, you season the batter, and you taste all those layers. I really like it. The only thing that's missing from here is that beer.